I've been living and working now in the area of Asia for the last 20 some odd years. And one of the things that I've noticed in the 2 decades that I've been there is that ministry looks a lot different today than it did just a few years ago. You know, the traditional Western missionary model that we've been watching for many years, I don't think it's going to be working in the future because it's not working now. One of the things that I've noticed as I've been working on the mission field is how the Chinese have been doing things a little bit different. You know, for the last 2 decades that I've been in Asia, I've been working with the Underground House Church in China specifically. And one of the things that we've seen is that the Chinese, when they go from China and they leave their home country and serve in other nations to preach the gospel, they don't do it where we see in the same way as the Western church, where they raise money at their churches and then they send that money to the foreign lands to support the missionaries. Instead, we're seeing something a little bit different. We're seeing a group of believers leaving their home country, going to the nations where they're serving, and starting businesses and business platforms that support them while they're there, allows them to engage the locals and share the gospel in a unique way. It also allows them to go around many of the restrictions that they would have if they were traditional missionaries. You know, getting a visa in a place like Afghanistan is not that easy if you're a missionary. However, if you're a businessman, that makes a big difference. For the last couple of decades, I've been working with the Underground House Church in China, starting businesses as mission in many different nations, places like North Korea, Somalia, Sudan, Iran, Iraq. And what we have noticed is that these business models that are started by missionaries look a lot different than the business models that we're used to in the West. You know, if I wanted to start a company in England, America, Canada, Australia, I would have schools to go to, I would have many different books to look at. I could even watch YouTube videos online how to do that. And the information would be as exact as needed about budgets and planning and how to get registered, all of those things. There's no such manual for starting a business in closed countries. That's why Back to Jerusalem hosts a very specific and unique training seminar called Business as Mission. We don't write a handbook on how to go from A to B to C. Instead, what we do is we share with you elements that we have learned from experience. How individuals can go and start a business in closed countries that can both be profitable as well as influential, that can provide a platform for missionaries as well as a sustainable income for missionaries. This is something that is unique, and it can only really be shared face to face. That's what we offer during this Business as Mission seminar. A time where we can share specific times where we have been able to watch and witness Back to Jerusalem missionaries from China starting up companies that are able to share the gospel in some of the most unique ways. I hope that you will be able to come and join us for this special seminar, Business as Mission in Closed Countries with Back to Jerusalem.